This is not some comfortable story about booming deals and easy wins. This is a raw, brutal truth sitting right under the polished surface of private equity, a truth nobody wants to admit because it threatens everything you've been told to believe. Imagine waking up each day, grinding, leading, investing with conviction, only to realize that the deck might be stacked against you, that the game you're playing, the deals you're chasing, might actually be rigged from the very beginning. Not by chance, but by design. And it's not just about a crooked number on a contract or a sneaky clause hidden in a mountain of paperwork. It's deeper. It's systematic. And it's designed to keep you boxed in, trapped in a cycle where control is an illusion, and true power is siphoned off before you even get a chance to flex it. Think about how many times you've felt that itch deep inside, that unease when something about a deal just doesn't feel right. The suspiciously smooth negotiations, the mysterious late-stage edits, the silent but glaring signs of information being withheld. How many wins have been labeled as success stories when the reality behind closed doors is a slow bleed, a siphoning of value into hands you don't even see? How often has your gut told you the story you're being sold isn't the whole story? Not a coincidence, not just bad luck. The system is built to manipulate perception, to manufacture consent, to create a facade of fairness while the real moves happen in shadows you're seldom invited to enter. But here's the real sting. When the game is rigged, what does freedom look like? How can anyone call themselves a leader, a visionary, or an investor if the foundations beneath them are shaky? You are not just competing against markets or rivals, you're fighting an invisible machine. A machine fueled by insiders who control information, who engineer deals to guarantee their success, squeezing out any spark of independent power or innovation you might bring. You're told to hustle harder, to trust the system, to play by its rules. Yet those rules don't apply equally. They are designed to maintain a hierarchy where true leverage never reaches the people who deserve it, the ones who dare to build, to question, to disrupt. This broken illusion crushes the rarest individuals, the leaders who burn instead of bend, who refuse the comfort of complacency and demand real transformation. It breeds mediocrity under the guise of meritocracy, and it stifles brilliance behind gates that no title or money can always open. The problem is not just the games themselves, it's that the very structure of how private equity deals are made and disclosed reflects a world refusing to acknowledge that deep change is overdue. A world where everything is optimized to preserve an old order that privileges convenience over courage, certainty over creativity, conformity over the exceptional, and that world is suffocating you. But despair is the easiest trap to fall into, and it's the trap they want you in. Because what if the truth about rigged deals was exactly the spark you needed? What if this brutal clarity could unlock a new way, something no one else is talking about? No fluff, no empty cliches about disruption or thinking outside the box. Real power comes from seeing all the thinly veiled tricks for what they are, then stepping outside that rigged cycle entirely. The solution is radical, but deceptively simple. Stop playing by their preparation. Redefine the very rules that govern how deals are structured, disclosed, and challenged. Start by demanding transparency that goes beyond the legal minimum. Seek the story behind valuations. Insist on open channels with every stakeholder before decisions happen, not just after. Insist on data not curated to seduce but raw and accountable, breaking the walls their lawyers and bankers build. Become a sovereign of your own capital and your own knowledge, not a passive player, but an architect of how and when deals flow. This means building your own networks of trusted insiders, not to replicate existing power bases, but to create alternative routes where real innovation and real value are visible, verified, and celebrated. It's about forming alliances with those who burn with the same relentless drive to unlearn the system, to rewrite it by sheer force of transparency and integrity. And don't stop there. Raise the stakes by redefining value itself. Most private equity operates on opaque metrics favoring short-term gains cloaked as strategic wins. Fierce leaders know that true value is sustainable, transformative, and aligned with vision, culture, and impact. Use your influence to embed metrics that reflect long-game thinking, talent retention, innovation capacity, culture health, downstream impact on communities and industries. Punish the smoke and mirrors created by those rigged deals by removing your support until clarity emerges. Push back not with anger, but unshakable patience and precision. This is a war of attrition against obscurity. But arguably, the most revolutionary move is to reclaim your story as an investor, a leader, a mover. You're not a number or a cog. You are someone who saw through the system's lies and refused to settle for borrowed notions of freedom or success. You are part of something new, an autonomous network of individuals driven by intention, who don't just want to bend the rules but to rewrite them. Your power lies in alignment with those few who equally reject mediocrity, who accept that transcendence demands sacrifice and relentless courage. Build these linkages. They are your leverage beyond any rigid hierarchy. You have the code. Question everything. Be sovereign. Be patient. Be transformative. It's about a long game where true freedom is not given. It is claimed, forged by those brave enough to see past comfort and conformity. Look at every deal through this clear, critical lens and start dismantling the invisible rigging, one relationship, one decision, one demand for truth at a time. This is how extraordinary leaders reclaim control, not by accepting the system's lies, but by exposing them and building a new infrastructure where you and your allies hold the real cards. Your fire, your will, your refusal to live a life designed by others. This is the most potent weapon you have. The system counts on you burying it beneath noise, beneath busy schedules, beneath the slow erosion of hope and belief. But when that flame is protected and nurtured, it becomes an inferno that no rigged game can contain. This is not about fixing what is broken within old systems. They're too far gone. It's about creating something different, where the exceptional thrive by design, not chance. So yes, private equity deals can be rigged from the start, but that is no reason to fold or faint. It is the exact reason to sharpen your vision, tighten your alliances, and fight for real influence. Break free from illusions. Reject scripts that box you in. You are here because you are rare, you are exceptional, and you are ready to become more. This fight is not comfortable. It's not easy. But it is the only way forward for those who refuse to be cogs in a rigged machine. Every second you hesitate is a second the system seeks to reinforce its hold. Every moment you choose clarity, transparency, alignment, and bold transformation, you reclaim your sovereignty. The game is not lost. It has never been about games at all. It's about liberation, the hard, relentless pursuit of truth and power beyond what anyone else thinks possible. This moment, this realization, could be the turning point where you stop being played and start playing to win on your own rules. Hold on tight. The next moves are yours to command. The future belongs to those who see the rigged game and refuse to be imprisoned by it.